Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be chatting about Christmas, which is one of my favourite subjects to talk about. So I just want to preface this by saying there is going to be nothing to see in this video. It is just going to be me chatting to the camera. So treat me like a podcast, put me on while you're driving and just, put me on the seat so you can just listen, or while you're doing your ironing, or whatever it is that you're doing and when you listen to podcasts, because I'm not going to be showing you anything, just going to be talking about Christmas. And I'd love it for you guys to talk back to me about Christmas, in the comments, let's talk Christmas. And also, I'm wondering, would any of you be interested in a live video chat thing? It's been a while since I've done anything like that. I used to do now and then on my other channel, I used to do live videos, and then people can live chat and things, but it also saves it to YouTube so you can go back and look at it later. I'm just wondering if there'd be any interest in that from you guys, we could have a big group discussion on about Christmas, planning for Christmas, whatever you want to talk about Christmas. So let me know in the comments below. And yeah, maybe if people say yes, maybe on Instagram I could do a poll for best time of day and things like that. Maybe one evening in the week or at the weekend or something like that. And we could set that up. I think that'd be really, really cool. But the only thing is that only really works if people are going to contribute, because otherwise it's me just sitting here talking all the time, which I can do. I can do a lot of talking, but it works best if people kind of communicate back and things. So yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in that, and I could probably get, in fact I probably would get Mr. involved as well, and then you guys could also ask him questions as well, because a lot of people think yes, I do most of the planning for Christmas in our house. That is how it is. I do most of it. But John is also really into Christmas too. He loves Christmas as well. So, and in fact, he's going to also be doing some content for this channel as well, when he gets time. So, yeah, I thought that might be quite fun to do. So yeah. Let me know. So talking of Instagram, I post on Instagram people want to ask me questions and about Christmas, and we'll talk about Christmas. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be answering your questions on Christmas. There's going to be a pop quiz at the end about Henry VIII and the Tudors. Can you see behind me? I'm joking. There's not really. But yeah, I'm in a different location today because it's hot. So I'm downstairs in our family room. So I've got my phone because I've saved all the questions off of Instagram, and I'm recording on my computer today. So let's get crack-a-lacking. So Nicholas asked, what do you start to buy for Christmas from now? When do your girls write lists? Okay, so I actually usually start buying for Christmas from the past Christmas, to be honest. I never normally stop. This year has been slightly different. I haven't bought anywhere near as much as I would normally buy, and that's because finances haven't allowed that. It's been a bit of a crummy year. I know a lot of people have kind of been suffering from the cost of living crisis and all that kind of stuff. And so my husband works part-time for a day, another company's got a day job. So he works part-time, and I work part-time at the business I do. But the business I do, we're self-employed, and he also does help me with that business. But the problem is, since the start of the pandemic, my business has just gone so there has been no consistency at all, and right now it's at its all-time lowest that it's ever been. So finances have not allowed me to really make any purchases for Christmas because I've been concentrating on feeding my family. So it kind of really sucks. But that's kind of, I guess, self-employment. It comes with other perks. Sorry, I went to the woods. We went to forest school yesterday, and I forgot to put bug spray on, and I was bitten to pieces. So if I itch, I apologise for that. So yeah, I normally buy all year round. I have bought the odd few little bits when I can. I tend to buy um, I tend to buy the like little things for stockings or like little presents. I tend to do those like most of the year and save like the big things or the main presents for closer to Christmas. And I tend to buy like the more generic things, like I'm just thinking what I've already got, like things like bath bombs I've bought, and some makeup brushes, and like generic things. And like I'll buy. What I tend to do is when the kids go back to school. We're home editors, so we don't have to buy back to school stuff because we home educate. But we do still use like school supplies. But like in September, once the kids have gone back, like the supermarkets and things usually have like sales on their back to school stuff. So I tend to go and buy like the kids like a new pencil case and felt tip pens and all that kind of stuff. And I usually give them those for Christmas. And so that's when so we don't have to buy new stuff ready for September. So like I can take advantage of the sales in September. And then like, yeah, my kids start the new year with fresh pens and pencil cases and things like that. And like I have my two children identify as girls, and they, particularly my eldest, she's very, very girly, loves sparkly things, loves pink things, really likes stationery. So that's really, really, really lucky. So yeah, I tend to buy generic things and like crayons, pens, bath bombs, trinkets, bits and bobs like that, because I have learned over the years that how fickle children can be. And in fact, I remember when I was younger, I speak to my parents, like I was back in the 80s. I'm 41. Back in the 80s, I was like mad keen on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was adamant that I wanted a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles skateboard. And I changed my mind near Christmas. But my parents had already bought the said skateboard, and so I got the skateboard. So from my own experience and from my children, I have learned kind of not to try and buy more generic things. So also like my youngest, she's still preschool age, and I have to think because we're not in the school system. I kind of have to think. So she's still preschool age, and like for example, at the beginning of the year, she was like mad keen on Peter Rabbit. Then it moved to, I can't remember what it was, like whatever. No, it started off with Bing. Then it moved to like Peter Rabbit. And now she's like mad keen on Jojo and Gran and Topsy and Tim. And by the time Christmas comes around, she'll probably be mad keen on Hey Dougie or Paw Patrol or Peppa Pig. Oh, do you know what I mean? Like their tastes change all the time. So I try and save the main presents for closer to Christmas. Also, I do a saving scheme. I have saved with Park Christmas Savings. I have been saving with them for like probably 15 years, a long time. And the reason I started saving with them is because I was made redundant once, just before Christmas. And I hadn't been at that particular company long enough to get any redundancy pay. And so just before Christmas, I hadn't done any shopping. This is how I started with early Christmas planning. Because I found myself pre-children, luckily, but I found myself out of work with no money at Christmas time. And I didn't want to be in that position going forward. And so I started saving with Park Savings. And the reason I save with them rather than like having a separate bank account is because in times of financial hardship, I would dip into that money. I would use it quite rightly because, if you need food or whatever, obviously there's money sitting there. But now we've got children, Christmas has to happen, like particularly because we've already had Christmases. Do you see what I mean? Like we have set the precedent that this is what happens at Christmas and this is what we do at Christmas. And my children are still believers. And so I don't want to like destroy that and shatter their hopes and dreams and everything. So yes, by saving every month with Park, it's kind of gone. It goes as soon as my husband gets paid, it goes basically. It's on the same payday, and then I get that money come back in October. I know a lot of people don't agree with those savings schemes, and you've got to work out whether it's right for you, because in the past, some of them have gone bust. Some of these companies have gone bust. They do charge you a bit for doing it, they do charge you a bit of interest because of saving the money with them. So, but it works for me, because as I said, if I had access to that money, I do not have the will or willpower. I am not strong enough not to touch it. But equally, I know that come October, I'm suddenly going to get this lump sum of money, and with that money, I buy the Christmas tree, because we have a real Christmas tree every year. So with that money that I get in October, I spend it on Christmas presents for everyone. I buy the tree with it, and I do, from about now on, I start buying bits of food and things for Christmas, like the stuff with long dates on. I'm going to write a list. I have a list of these things, and I'm going to do a video on it. I'm going to do a video on the things that I buy and when I buy them, and the things with long dates on. That is coming. So I start to do that, but then I also save some of that money for the last shop before Christmas that has all the fresh things in. So yeah, that's when I do the main bulk of the things or stuff. So I tend to start asking my children around about October what they would like for Christmas. And even now, my daughter was like, oh, I'd like this. And I'm like, maybe you'd like to ask Father Christmas for that. And what I do is I have got, I use Amazon because it's really easy. They have the wish list thing. So when my daughter's like, oh, I really want this or I really want that, what I do is I go and find it on Amazon and I add it to a wish list. I've got a wish list for every member of our family has a wish list on Amazon, and I add that product to the wish list. And then it doesn't mean I always buy it on Amazon, but sometimes if I can't find the product on Amazon, I will just, on their wish list facility, you can just write a thing, an idea. So I do that so that I remember what it was that they sort of said. And then I kind of use that list to kind of when I'm doing my shopping, as I kind of look at that and go, oh, they kind of asked for that. For example, my daughter wants a new swim ring. She's got a Barbie swim ring, but she wants a new swim ring. And I was like, oh, maybe you could ask Father Christmas for that. So I put a swim ring on the list so that come to Christmas, I will remember, because I won't remember all these fleeting things. And actually, a swim ring I can buy because it's generic. She doesn't like her pink Barbie one anymore and wants another one. So I kind of keep a wish list that way. So I know what I'm potentially going to buy. And so I start asking them around October as well to see if I can buy any bits. But we usually go and see Father Christmas middle of November. We do that to kind of beat the rush because, we are like that. Our Christmas starts in November. So yeah, we usually go and see Father Christmas in November, and so she talks to him and she sort of says what she wants, and so I'm listening. But then officially, they write their letters to Father Christmas on the last day of November, and that's just been a tradition in our family, for always. And then we leave those out, and the elves, they come and get them. I've done a video on this, but I'm going to do another video, I think, on our traditions. But the elf comes and gets the letter and sends it back to Father Christmas. And so at that point, 1st of December, that's it. And I do tell the children that and I have said that, that they can make additional requests and wishes. But I do say to them that, Father Christmas does like to say that the 1st of December is the cut-off point. And if he can, then he might get you that gift. But don't be disappointed if he doesn't, because, it was by the 1st. yeah, so I kind of try and buy myself some leeway. But actually, my daughter is very good because most of the time she doesn't ask for particularly specific things. She usually just asks for surprises. So, which, as I said in another video, is both a blessing and a curse. You know, so so yeah, so I buy lots of bits, and then yeah, they write their list officially at the end of November. Okay, so Laura Wood has asked, what have you bought so far for Christmas? I can't really remember. I have it all hidden away, and I have my list, which I should have brought with me. Not a lot though. I just bought some bits in the sale in B&M at the beginning of the year. I bought some bath bombs and some makeup brushes. And I've bought, so far I've only bought little stocking fillers like Top Trumps cards, bookmark, cake mix, that kind of thing. So yeah, I haven't really bought that much at all. From now on, I'll sort of be posting more on my Instagram, from the workshop Instagram, of the things that I'll purchase. I kind of forgot to do that really at the beginning of the year. I was just sort of conscious that not everyone is as mad on Christmas. But do you know what? I'm just gonna do it. My stories are probably from now on. So yeah. Bear with a Scone. That is an awesome Instagram name. Bear with a Scone. Ever feel like Christmas Day is a huge disappointment? Recently, I only enjoy the build-up and prep. Yes, 100%. My favourite day of the Christmas period is actually Christmas Eve. That is my most favourite day. I really, really enjoy the prep, the build-up, the activities we do, the excitement. Don't get me wrong, it is lovely to see the girls' faces on Christmas Day, but me personally, I love Christmas Eve. We have a buffet. I love buffet food. We have an all-day buffet. Like, I do the buffet at lunchtime. It just stays out all day, and we like graze all day on buffet food. We make mince pies for Father Christmas. We make a Yule log for our dessert for Christmas Day. And you know, we just sort of like, often we'll make a floral display for the table. We'll set the table ready. The kids will hang their stockings. The presents that we have bought for each other, we will put out under the tree. So the girls get to like get the presents that they've bought for us and things and put it under the tree, and we'll get the presents that we've bought for them and put them under the tree so they can see them, so they know they've got them. And then, so in our house, Mummy and Daddy buy presents for the girls from us, and then Father Christmas will bring a present or two for them as well. So we put the presents from us under the table, and like presents from Grandma and Granddad and Nonna and Nonno and all that, they'll go under the tree. We'll do that on Christmas Eve. We don't do it before because the rabbit eats the paper. So on Christmas Eve, the rabbit is not allowed in the front room. Sorry, Florence. Because she likes to chew. She likes to nibble the wrapping. So yeah, we do all that on Christmas Eve. So yeah, Christmas Eve is my favourite. But as I say, like Christmas for us, like really is all year round in this house, if I'm honest. But definitely from like mid-November, it goes off with a bang. And for me, Christmas is a season, not a day. And I enjoy all the activities. I enjoy all the movie nights. I enjoy the craft activities. I enjoy the walk in the woods foraging for holly, and I enjoy all that far more than Christmas Day. And if I'm honest, this Christmas Day gone, I cried. I cried because it kind of felt like I'd spent months doing all of this stuff, and then it was like, it's over. Like, I don't know. Which I guess is why I'm a little bit into winter as well. Like if you noticed on my Instagram, I kind of try and make winter special as well. Like we decorate for winter when the Christmas decorations come down. We decorate for winter. We put winter decor up, and we do like winter baking, like winter cookies and things like that. So I try and make winter a bit more special, so it's not such a letdown. But yeah, if you feel that way, I'm with you. I'm with you there. And last Christmas, I got my husband a projector to go on the wall. So And that has revolutionised movie nights. Oh my goodness. Going from watching the TV to watching a movie like the size of your wall, like at the cinema, totally revolutionised movie nights. So I would 100% recommend getting one. If you've got like a, a techie person in your family, or, you know, or like you just want to get the family a gift, totally get a projector. It's just brilliant. We just plug it into the Roku, the Now TV box thing, and you know, you can just watch anything off of Netflix, but on your wall. Like we have a white wall, so we just project it onto the wall, but you can buy like a screen, you know, like a fabric screen, and the thingy is, they're not that expensive. I bought the projector from Amazon on the Black Friday sale, and it cost £60, and it was the best £60 spent, because, as I say, it makes watching a film into a real, like an event and something special. You know, we make a big deal of making popcorn and hot chocolates and things, so it kind of extends Christmas into winter, and we get the hygge cozy vibes going on, you know. I suppose I should speed up because I've got more questions to answer, and it's 20 minutes already. But I did say this was going to be more podcasty, so hopefully you're kind of just, you know, going about your business and you've got me on in the background. Okay, so the Elf Times. What's something that you couldn't live without at Christmas? Something. Well, I'm going to be really cheesy and say my family, because without them it wouldn't really be Christmas. What could I not live without at Christmas? Christmas tree, I think. So we put the Christmas tree up for Christmas in July video, and it has been so nice having like a Christmas tree up in the house. I think, yeah, the Christmas tree is such a focal point, and it's just so cheery, and the twinkly lights and things, and it wouldn't be Christmas without a Christmas tree, would it? Like, you know, like I would happily forego Christmas presents. I would happily forego nibbles and all those kind of fancy things if we hadn't got the money to get a Christmas tree. Yeah, Christmas tree. Plan, teach, read. Your dream Christmas day. Your dream Christmassy day. Not the big one, just a day during the celebrations would be amazing. Oh, so a Christmassy day that I would really like to do. I guess I already do them. Like, some of the days that make me the happiest aren't days where we spend money. Don't get me wrong, like in the past we have spent money and done things like the Polar Express, which has been amazing, or you know, we've done other sorts of things, train rides and seeing Father Christmas here, there and everywhere, like different things. Because these days, I mean, like when I was young, the only time we saw Father Christmas was at the school fete. And it was someone's dad in a dodgy outfit. And that was the only time you saw Father Christmas, was at the school fete, you know, and there was like a funky grotto. But now you can see Father Christmas like pretty much everywhere. Oh, one year we went to Wookey Hole, the caves, and they decorated the caves out with loads of fairy lights and things. We saw Father Christmas there. Another year we went to Longleat for the Festival of Lights and things. All of those things cost money. All of those things I remember and I have enjoyed, but I wouldn't say they've been my favourite. Like, I tell you what my favourite time is, right? I have two. The first one is every year we go for a family walk. We take our little wagon, radio flyer thing, and we go and forage in the woods for holly and for pine. The woods that we go to, there's always pine on the floor, and we pick that up and we like just forage for pine cones off the floor and holly, and we take a picnic and we take hot chocolate in flasks, and we always do a family photo. And I don't know, that to me, that is just so cozy and lovely, and I really enjoy doing that. I don't know why. We only ever go to that woods for that reason. We never go to that woods the rest of the year. We save it for just doing that. And I don't know, it's just so magical and special. I love it. And I also love one of the weekends, like on the run up to Christmas, we'll do like do some crafts together. We'll make orange pomanders together, or we'll make our Christmas crackers or something like that. And those activities, I just give me more of the warm fuzzies. They give me more of the hygge. They give me more of the cozy vibes than the days out, the money spent days, those kinds of things. It's those things that I enjoy most, that like leave me feeling the most content, is the free stuff. And the wholesome stuff, like the connection with the family, that kind of does it more for me. I would really, one day, I would really, really love to be able to go to Lapland. I think that would be my dream, is to go to Lapland. One day I'd really like to go to like Lapland, UK as well. Something like that. But currently within the budget, those are my favourite days. Right, so Buju Lisa. Okay. So there's a few, I need to decipher that one. So not sure it's related, but I want to do my family, parents, 2 kids, 7 and 4, a Christmas gift for use in 2023. So each month would have a family activity, and I will provide either vouchers or money for these things, like crazy golf, movie night, strawberry picking. But any suggestions gratefully received. Good idea. I love a themed gift for January, as hark back to like the making the most of January. You could do like a box, and you could like print out a recipe for making like some winter cookies or something, and you could put like snowflake cookie cutters and some thing of sprinkles in, and then maybe like a DVD or something like that. I mean, so we still use DVDs in our house because our internet is reliably bad. So we still use DVDs as a backup. I appreciate that not everyone likes a DVD, but equally, if you're giving someone a gift, what do you give them these days? When everything is digital, like we read books, we read ebooks, we stream music, we stream TV. What do you give people as gifts? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, if they use DVDs, and I would do like a little January, I do like a little theme one for February, like a February, sort of like the love month, but it's also sort of cozy. You could do like ice skating. You could do like a pizza night. You could give like little chef hats and aprons to the kids, and rolling pins, and perhaps like a jar of passata and a pot of dried basil, something like that, and like have like a pizza making box. Easter, you could get them some like a box of different chocolates, and some like chocolate molds, like some rabbits and ducks and things, and then you could melt the chocolate and make some little chocolates, that kind of thing. For summer, you could do an ice cream one. So you could buy some some cones, some flakes, some sprinkles. Or for my daughter's birthday, we did an ice cream set. We bought glass ice cream sundaes, ice cream sundae glasses, and long straws. And then we bought her some wafers and some flakes and some sprinkles. So you could do that for summer. Like October, you could do a pumpkin carving kit. Obviously, you can't buy the pumpkin, but you could buy like a pumpkin carving book. I know they do, with like designs in them, and like the little knives and things for that. Or like a pumpkin spice latte making kit, with like a recipe and things, that kind of thing. That's what I could think of off the top of my head. But if anybody's watching this and has some ideas, leave them in the comments below. That'd be really good. Movie night, you could do popcorn. You can buy people like little bottles of Coke and some like a bag of Butterkiss popcorn, and either a DVD or vouchers to Cineworld or something like that. Yeah, hope that helps. So she also asked, do you gift handmade items? Yes, we do. usually from the children, if I'm honest. I like handmade gifts from the children for two reasons. Well, it's all kind of one reason. It's nice for in a period where the children are very excited. Um, a lot of our academic work kind of goes out the window. Because of a period of high excitement and energy. And that is kind of like the nice thing about home ed, is we can go with the ebb and flow of things. For example, in August, summer holidays, because it's so busy out there and hot, that's when we kind of really knuckle down and do a lot of academic work. But then in December, we can kind of free up time for like creative stuff. So, yeah, we always do things. So things that we've done in the past is my girls like doing tie-dye, and so I bought a load of white hankies from Amazon. It was the cheapest place at the time. And they tie-dyed hankies, and they gave those to their daddy, to granddad, and to Nono. Else they don't. We've made bath bombs and we've made soaps before to gift out. Last year, my eldest daughter, I bought her a bouncy rubber ball making kit, and I've actually bought her one for this year as well, that I'm probably going to just give her in her stocking. But last year I bought one of those, and she made bouncy rubber balls. It was quite a cross between a science experiment, because we like talked about the science behind it, as well as a create. So it was like threefold. One, it was ticked off science for that day. Secondly, it was an activity for her to do, and thirdly, it was a present that she then gave her sister, some bouncy balls. So yeah, that's kind of like sort of things. We always make salt dough or air dry clay ornaments for the tree, that we always give to grandparents. In the past, they've been like hand and footprints, but now my eldest is huge. Like, her feet are humongous, and so like we did the last footprint I think we did was the year before, and it was humongous. So we don't do those anymore. But yeah, like for small children, when they were small, hand and footprints in salt dough or air dry clay, and then we decorated them, and then we give those to grandma and granddad and nonna and nono, and the children always make some sort of other Christmas decoration for the tree, like with pipe cleaners and beads or something. So it's kind of good for the kids, because it keeps them entertained, gives them something to do. It also gives them a great feeling of like, what's the word? Hummingbird. Authority and power, shall we say? They're the right words? Because like, I buy the stuff to make the things, but what I'm saying is, because they don't necessarily have like a lot of money, they only have their pocket money, gives them a sense of they've given a gift. What am I trying to say? I hope you understand what I mean. Like, they have made something and given a gift, and they don't necessarily appreciate that I've bought the ingredients, because they've put their energy into making the gift and giving the gift. It gives them like a lot of joy. What's the word? Like a great feeling of I don't know, but like, they wouldn't necessarily be able to buy a lavish gift. Not that my parents or John's parents would expect lavish gifts, you know. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, it gives them like that, you know, whatever it is. So I'm going to shut up now. Adult stocking fillers. John always buys my stocking fillers, apart from the chocolate. I always buy the chocolate and sweets for the whole family. So basically we always match. We always match, because that's what the North Pole kitchen is made that year. So it's difficult. It's more difficult for my husband to kind of get out to shops than it is me. Since he's worked from home, he used to work at an office, and it was easy because he could go out in his lunchtime. But like, since working from home, we're in the middle of nowhere. There are no shops close. So yeah, it's sort of easier for him. So he buys my stocking fillers, and I buy his stocking fillers. And I always do a video on the stocking fillers. So I will link those. Try and remember to link those below for ones that I've done previous years, although they will be on my old channel. But I will do those sort of videos going forward on this channel. So yeah, favourite December things to do. I think I've already covered that one. Right, Seren Rose. Oh my gosh, she's asked me loads. Okay, what's the best way to get in the Christmas mood for you? Um, I, I'm always in the Christmas mood. I actually felt quite sad when I'd stopped like doing all the Christmas content, and the reason I stopped doing all the Christmas content is I felt like it wasn't socially acceptable, and I felt like I didn't necessarily want my other account to be like swamped with Christmas because I'd want to do other stuff, and I was just worried about kind of like losing subscribers. And so I decided to set up this account so that I could do Christmas all year round. Because yeah, I'm always in the Christmas mood. Don't have to ask me twice. Do you have a set amount you aim to spend on each person? No. Because I buy early and I am very good at like sale shopping. Like, there's another thing with adding things to your wish list. You can kind of keep an eye on the fluctuation of prices because things like change. They fluctuate a lot. So yeah, I keep an eye on prices and things, and I also like scour charity shops and will buy things from charity shops. So no, I don't have a specific budget. I'd never set a budget for people. I tend to just go with what feels right. And also, it can vary from year to year as well, because I also include buying things for the kids that they like. My children are really happy to receive clothes, and so if they need clothes, then I'll buy clothes for Christmas. And so I can't really set a budget on things like that because there's stuff that they like need, but it's, I would have bought them say in November or January, but like I kind of use the excuse of gifting them to them in December. And so I wouldn't necessarily include that in the Christmas budget because they would have needed those clothes anyway, if you see what I mean. But no, I just go with my instinct, what feels right and what looks right. Because some things, like some toys, can be massive and like may have not cost me a lot of money at all, like if I bought them in the sales, and vice versa. So I just go with what looks right and what feels right and what they need, with a little bit of what they want. What is your favourite Christmas colour palette? Red and white, candy canes. That's always my favourite colour palette. Describe your Christmas aesthetic. Oh, now I'm a big contradiction. I'm a big mix of things. I really love, I really like Scandi style. I really like the crisp, clean white, the natural woods, the red and white, that kind of thing. I love that. I really like a vintage, not Victorian, but more like an old-fashioned traditional sort of look, which is where I came up with the From the Workshop name, because I wanted it to be like as though it looked like it was handmade by elves in the workshop. I like that kind of look. I also really like I like the look of like retro 50s kitsch kind of stuff. I love that. I love gingerbread things. Can we just say Christmas? I'm probably more traditional things that you'd associate with Christmas rather than like, when you go to garden centres and you see like they'll have like a pink and white ballet themed tree, or they'll have like a teal and gold peacock themed tree or anything. They're not really me for like my Christmas decor. I appreciate the design, but that's not me. I would say more things that you would identify with Christmas, like candy canes, Santas, reindeer, that kind of thing. But it's quite eclectic, I'd say. I think that's quite enough hard for me. Favourite Christmas crafts to do each year, that would be making like our things that we've done with our forage stuff. Orange pomander, always make an orange pomander. The Yule log. That's probably it. Oh, I've still got some. I've still got more. Oh my goodness, this is the last question. Sorry, guys. Could you talk more about your Christmas traditions with kids? I'm always looking for more ideas. Okay, so I did do a video on that on my other channel, which I'll link below. But I will try and do another one of those videos, like an updated one. So stay tuned for that. But that was the last question, my dears. So thank you very much for watching. If you still got to this point in the video, let's continue the discussion in the comments below. And as I said, let me know if you fancy doing a live, and then we can set that up. Merry Christmas! I think, yeah, Merry Christmas. Feels like a good ending, doesn't it? Like Merry Christmas. So bye, guys.